Meanwhile, some Democrats bringing back their calls to pack the court with liberal justices. This after the court made their final decisions of the term yesterday, where they ruled to uphold Arizona's Republican-backed voting laws. Democrats blasting that ruling, saying Arizona's laws restrict voting rights, while Republicans say they help keep elections secure. Some Democrats also fuming after the court ruled nonprofits do not have to disclose their biggest donors. Our panel's with us now. Rob Smith, Turning Point USA spokesman and host of the Rob Smith is Problematic podcast. And Fox News contributor Leslie Marshall is here. All right, Leslie, so is this a case of here we go again? Is this a good move for your party to continue to push for this?
Actually, it's not my party as much as the other party saying we're going to do it. As much as we have not come forward, taken anyone's guns, nobody is packing the court. There's a reason President Biden is very reluctant about this. Not that it isn't, within the power, but quite frankly, it's within the power of the Senate. And you're just not going to get the votes there, Sandra. One. Two, I think that President Biden also knows, having been in politics so many years, as most of us who haven't been, that the pendulum always swings back. And that means those who have power today won't tomorrow, and vice versa. I think the best thing that Democrats can do, and most of my Democrats who are centrist and moderates agree, is when they have full control of the Senate, not just a 50-50 split, they can refuse to seat a Supreme Court nominee that a Republican puts forth, and that's the best way. So the people that are becoming hysterical, if you will, about packing the court are more I see across the aisle rather than within my own party. Rob, those asking for it within my party are certainly in the minority.
Rob, do you see it the same way? Or do you see this problematic for Democrats? Could these calls to pack the court backfire? And some of them are very blunt with their words. Mondaire Jones, the Democrat from New York, still some people have the nerve to question whether the court expansion is necessary. He says, expand the damn court.
Yeah, well, that's an interesting tactic from Leslie right there, saying that if it didn't come out of President Biden's mouth, then nobody on the left is advocating for this. I watched a news conference on this very network. I was in an airport, and I watched them basically do an entire press conference about why they want to and they need to pack the Supreme Court. Let's just be clear. There is one reason why people on the left are saying that they need to pack the Supreme Court, because they are losing, because President Trump was elected in 2016 and elected 3 Supreme Court justices, which puts the liberals in the minority, which means that there's going to be a lot of decisions that they're not going to be happy with from here on out. And when Democrats are not in power and when they're not going to get what they want, they change the rules and they try to manipulate the conversation into making people think that adding more justices to the Supreme Court is a good idea. We see exactly what you're doing. I get exactly what is going on. And most independents, most centrists do not want this.
Leslie, I'll let you respond to that. The Wall Street Journal editorial board weighed in, saying the Supreme Court bolsters voting rights with these decisions. A 6-3 majority saves judges from becoming election commissions. The justices are strengthening the Voting Rights Act by establishing parameters for lower courts to prevent its political abuse. Final thoughts.
Well, that's really where the issue lies, doesn't it? I think both Democrats and Republicans, the majority of them, quite frankly, don't want to politicize the Supreme Court. Although from where I sit, it looks pretty political right now with the conservative bent, especially with these 2 rulings. But I do not see not only the president or the majority of people in my party, myself included, it's not a tactic, it's an answer to a question, which is the majority of us do not want this, and this is why the president is reluctant, and you won't see it happen any more than you won't see us taking your guns away happening either.
Rob, real quick.
Well, look, if it's not something nobody wants, why do you have sitting Congress members saying it? Why do you have press conferences
I didn't say
with
nobody.
political
I said not the
organizations that literally exist in order to make this happen and to grease the wheels in order for it to happen? It is a very real thing that people on the left want, and to pretend that this is not going on is disingenuous, and people see right through it.
All right. I'll thank our political panel. Thanks to both of you for joining us, Rob and Leslie.